Hello everyone. So as communicated in the first video that in each of the video from now onwards I will be solving 5 questions from a NILET Scientist B exam which is of year 2020. So in this video I will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 66 to question number 70. So let us start with the question number 66. So it tells that consider a unity feedback control system with open loop transfer function Gs equal to K by S into S plus 1. The steady state error of the system due to a unit step input is. So you should know that the steady state error uh, for a unit step input is written by A by 1 plus Kp, where Kp is positional constant and it is defined as limit s tends to 0 GHS. So in the question GS is given and unity feedback system, that is HS equal to 1. So K into S into S plus 1. So if we put S equal to 0, it will give us infinity. So now if we put the value of Kp in this equation, the equation number 1, so it will be uh, A by 1 plus infinity. So ultimately it will give us something by infinity is 0. So option number E is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Match the application to appropriate numerical method. So the application names are numerical integration, solution to a transcendental equation, solution to a system of linear equations, solution to a differential equation. So P4, solution to a differential equation. This one is, you know, that Runge-Kutta method, right? So P4 matches with M2, and you should also know that P1, that is numerical integration, it is solved with Simpson's 1 by 3rd rule. So P1 is M3, and solution to a system of linear equation P3, and another is remaining, that is P2, solution to a transcendental equation. So P2 is, you know, that it is Newton-Raphson method, that is M1. So the two are remaining, and that is P3. It must be Gauss elimination method, that is M4. So let us check that which option is correct. So P1 is M3. So we are having two options, options A and options B. P2 is M1. So option A is getting eliminated. So option B is correct. Let's move on to the next question. 68. So it is saying that for, look at the circuit, for alpha equal to -1, the value of V2 is, okay. So let me draw this circuit. So this current is I1, right? Now look at the circuit, alpha is -1, that means this current source, this alpha I1 current source is equal to actually minus I1. So I will change the direction of the current and I will write only I1, that is plus I1. So I am giving downward the direction of current and writing as I1, and this is I2. So they are asking about the value of V2, that is this one V2. So the voltage across this current source, dependent current source. So if you apply KVL at this node, node A, let's say, so I1 is incoming, I1 is outgoing, so I2 must be 0, right? Means I1 equal to I2 plus I1, implies I2 equal to 0. If current I2 is 0, then voltage V2 equal to VAB, it will be I2 into R2 equal to 0. So option B is correct. Let's move on to the next question. So look at the circuit. The amplifier circuit shown below uses a silicon transistor. The capacitor CC and C can be assumed to be short at signal frequency, and the effect of output resistance R0 can be ignored. If CE is disconnected from the circuit, which one of the following statement is true? So this C, that is this emitter, okay, this emitter CE, they are telling that they will remove this capacitor from the circuit. So what will happen? So you should know that why we are connecting this emitter capacitor. So there are many reasons, but mainly what we do, uh, you know that this RE resistance, this is working as a negative feedback in the circuit, and the negative feedback is given to stabilize the circuit, but as a trade-off we get that the gain decreases, right? So so that the gain does not decrease, what we do, we connect a capacitor C, but they are telling that C is removed, so obviously gain will decrease. And input resistance, so you know that input resistance will also increase. Why? Because if there is any resistance in the emitter side, so if we are looking from the input, let's say from the base side, so we have a resistance, let's say Re. So whenever we are talking about input resistance means Ri from this one. So when Re is going in the base side, it will get multiplied by 1 plus beta. So input side we will have an extra 1 plus beta Re. So initially in the base side we know that the resistance is R pi, and now we are getting another term 1 plus beta Re, right? So Ri will increase and voltage gain AV decreases. So option A is correct. Also you should know that the formula for gain, that AB gain is minus GM into net resistance between collector and the ground. So for this circuit, collector and ground, so the net resistance between collector and ground. But when Re is there, that is Re is there and the capacitor is not there, that emitter capacitor is not there, in that case AV will be minus beta by R pi plus 1 plus beta Re, and the same thing, that is net resistance between collector and ground. Okay, so you can see that gain is getting decreased, so option E is correct. The next question, the value of x in the expression given below is 2 base 3 plus 3 base 4 equal to x base 5. So what you will do, first you will convert this in decimal. So 2 base 3 in decimal, what will be the answer? 2 into 3 to the power 0 equal to 2, and 3 base 4, it will be 3 into 4 to the power 0 equal to 3. So in decimal we have 5, right? This we have to convert it in base 5, so we have to divide it by 5. So 1, what is the remaining? It is 0, and we go from the direction is from below to above, so 1 0, so it will be 105 answer. So it is option D. Thank you for watching this video. I'll meet you in the next video.